Do you love coffee? Are you thinking of coffee right now? Do you dream of coffee? Do you currently identify as a large latte grande with extra sprinkly bits on the top? If you answered yes to any of these questions, then seriously get some help, because that's just not normal. Good morning ladies and gents, and welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all well. So today we are checking out a fantastic bit of kit from the company Brevoy. This is their instant portable espresso maker. Let's check it out. Now, if you love coffee in the same way I do, I'm willing to guess that you will take your coffee in pretty much any guise just to get your sweet nectar caffeine shot in the morning, afternoon or evening. And that is where this little miracle comes into play. Brevoy is a portable espresso machine that offers barista quality coffee with precise pressure control, fast self-heating and ergonomic design. It features 3 espresso varieties: double shot ground coffee, single shot ground coffee and Nespresso pods. Brevoy boils 50 ml of cold water in 3 minutes, eliminating the need for an external kettle. It is perfect for the outdoor adventures, travel and for the home or office use. Brevoy is backed by a successful Kickstarter campaign and offers a 30-day return policy and a 1-year warranty. So before we go any further with the review, ladies and gents, let me just tell you that this product is packaged absolutely beautifully, and it really does ooze so much quality. This wouldn't look out of place out of a managing director's desk or a CEO for a company. It really is that nice. So let's have one more look at the box contents in more detail, and I can show you what each thing is. So there we have the box. We open that and you are greeted by some really nice styrofoam padding there, and again inside the box everything is really just nice quality. We have the Brevoy espresso machine itself, again fantastic quality. There are I think 3 or 4 different colours of this. I went for the green, and I'll show you this in a bit more detail in a little while. More packaging, and then we have the slipcase with the quick start instructions. So inside the white envelope we have a couple of quick start guides on some really nice quality card there, and this basically just shows you each step to be taken to achieve your desired espresso. In this section of the box is where we find the coffee containers, and these allow you to use ground coffee to achieve your desired espresso. So here we have the single shots, the double shots, 2 filler cups, a spill ring, and we also have a small spring stirrer and the charger cable, which is included. Now, just before we get onto the specifications for this little miracle, I will say the one thing about the Brevoy that makes this so damn appealing to me is just how simple and easy this is to use straight from the box. And I really do mean that, guys. Within 5 minutes I had the most delicious espresso in my face, and that's not because the Brevoy exploded in some kind of catastrophic way. It's because simply by using one of these are the standard Nespresso pods. This will brew you a delicious espresso in 3 minutes just with a click of this button. Now let's touch on some specifications, and to start off I can't find any, so I've just had a look online to find out weight, size and things like that. But to give you some idea, there's the Grail and there's the Brevoy. So it's about the size of a standard hot flask. Not very big at all, and again this is extremely portable. On the front of the machine's body we have 4 charge indicator lights here. When I pulled this from the box we had 1 illuminated. This took me around 1 hour and 45 minutes to fully charge using a 25 watt wall charger. Charging is done via a USB-C port just on the back of the machine, as you can see there. Took me a while to figure this one out. You basically get a fingernail and flick it up, and that will open the port on the back. The Brevoy instant espresso maker has 2 functions. First one being self-heating. Simply remove the top, place your cold water in there, press and hold the button, and that will brew you a delicious espresso in 3 minutes. Second function is direct. Simply remove the top and place hot water in there. Double press the circular button on the front, and that will instantly release the hot water into the coffee, giving you an even instanter espresso. This little beauty is IPX6 waterproof, and Brevoy suggests you will get 6 deliciously brewed espressos per charged device. Upon researching this myself on other channels, it is more realistic to expect around 4 espressos, so 1 per dot. So ladies and gents, let me show you just how delicious, easy this is to use. So simply remove the base. That is your drinking vessel. In here we have like a camera lens style attachment. We just unscrew that, place the Brevoy down on its side very gently, and then this separates into two. This is where your Nespresso pod goes in, like so. Push that home snug, as easy as that. This is the pacing plate, and that simply goes in there, no force, and then we reintroduce that into the bottom of the Brevoy, tightening that very tightly as it is recommended in the instructions, and then we can simply replace that very lightly on the top, although people do prefer to hold this when they are brewing. And simply remove the lid. It is only a push fit. Put that to the side, introduce 50 to 70 ml of water. I've already had one of these today, so we're not going to push it, so we'll go with a nice 50. Reapply the lid, just give it a twist, and then we set this baby to brew. Long press, leave it alone. Now as the Brevoy goes through its brew stage, you'll see these indicator lights climbing to the top. When it reaches the fourth one, that's when it will pour out our delicious espresso. And simply retrieve your cup of perfectly brewed, delicious coffee. Oh, by the way, that's number 2 today. Now, one thing to mention about the Brevoy, and this has been mentioned by other reviewers, and that is you do get a small amount of excess water inside. No one knows why, but that will be hot, so use precaution. Also, you can see inside the fill port we have gradation marks there for 50, 70 ml and max. So a major benefit when using the Brevoy espresso maker is the ability to use your own taste of ground coffee. So here we're going to use a Javan Volcanic Island roast and ground coffee. This is a dark roast, 100% Arabica, and we're going to use the smallest pod for this. So that is the double shot pod. We've already had 2. I'm not going to risk it, and that is the single shot pod. So I'm going to show you how easy this is to use. We're going to use the smallest filler cup just here, and we'll take out our desired amount of coffee in the cup, like so. Take our pot, open that up, and we are going to place the pod over the pot and then transfer that in, like so. We then use the base of the filler cup and tamp that down, removing any excess coffee, like so. Introduce that back onto the pod, and then you're good to go. Now, I've had 2 brews from this today while filming, and as you can see, if we press the central button, we're down to 2 charge points there. So you are going to get around 4 cups per charge on this, using the cold water method anyway. So again, we simply unscrew the base of the Brevoy, put the brewer down to the side. We're going to take out the Nespresso pod adapter and then replace that with our normal one, and that simply fits in like so. We then again screw that to the base of the brewer, making sure that's tight. Fill the top with water again and get that set to brew. Now each time you press that button, you can be sure and guaranteed the Brevoy will deliver you a barista quality espresso on the go. Oh, that's a strong one. So first off, things I like about the Brevoy Auto Brew espresso maker. First of all, again, that packaging was absolutely gorgeous. I felt like a millionaire opening it. That's also its downside. We'll get into that in a second. But it's incredibly compact. And if you are a coffee aficionado and you do enjoy a nice espresso, especially on your travels, this will fit neatly in one of your side pockets, maybe replacing one of your drinks bottles. But this is not going to be a nuisance in your pack by any means. I also love the styling of the Brevoy, and especially in that colour. As you can see there, that beautiful green, very matchy bushcrafty, and that will complement your kit very nicely, I think. The price of the Brevoy isn't too shabby either, coming in at £125 UK, and that is knocked down from a retail price of £140. If you are interested in getting one of these little guys for yourself, you can use the link in the description box below using code Stephen15 to get your 15% discount off the Brevoy Auto Espresso Maker. And now for the downsides, and there's only one that comes to mind for me anyway, and that is, although the packaging the Brevoy comes in is absolutely exquisite, and it does make you feel like a millionaire again when you're opening that, the box itself is very, very bulky. And although this would look not out of place on an office desk or as part of a coffee bench setup, to be lugging this about as part of your kit, if you were taking this on your travels, it's not ideal. Again, you don't want to be carrying a cardboard box taking up a lot of room in your kit. Now, not all is lost, and Brevoy do make a bespoke carry case to carry your awesome little brew maker around on your travels, but that will set you back another £40 or £50 UK. I also noticed in the box, when you've got all your coffee containers in there and all your paraphernalia, there's no way you can store a couple of these Nespresso pods ready to go. There are a couple of spaces in the corner where they could have cut these out and stored a couple of these, but if you do decide to leave behind your USB-C charger lead, you can store a couple of pods just in that cavity there, and that should keep them safe, ready for your next coffee. Again, that's a minor niggle, not a major issue. Now, there is just one more minor, and that come to mind when I was cleaning the pods out after use. So using the dedicated Nespresso pods, that is your cleanest and most minimal cleanup afterwards. These pods just simply pull out minimal liquid and residue. Now, when it comes to using your ground coffee in the pots, after you've dampened that down and you've finished brewing, you want to clean that out. When you do take the bottom off that brewer and take it out, there is some excess liquid there, and it was quite warm, although I had left it for about 5-10 minutes. So just be aware of that. When you are taking the bottom off and you've used the ground coffee option, there is going to be hot water there. Also, cleaning it out is a bit messier, again, than using the pods straight up. But I think this is going to be the most popular choice to use the Brevoy. So, ladies and gents, that is about as many awesome a word as I can fit into this review regarding the Brevoy portable espresso maker. All I will say is, if you are serious about your coffee, it's well worth a look. Before I wrap the video up, I'd like to say a massive thank you to all of our channel members. We have 8 in total now, and all of your faces are now lined up on the channel dashboard. So thank you for your awesome support. I would also like to take this opportunity to shout out a couple of honourable bushcraft channels. So if you do like bushcraft, wild camping and all things outdoors, be sure to check these channels out. So first of all, we have Justin at JB Outdoors, we have Mick at Hampshire Outdoors and Survival, we have Fred Outdoors, Sticks Outdoors, my man Corley at Corley Outdoors, and Justin from Away in the Wilderness. If I've missed anyone, I apologise, but I will be making further shout outs in the future, so stay tuned. Guys, that's your lot. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Until the next one, you stay safe, and as always, stay crafty. See you again, guys. Bye bye.